Hey YouTube, welcome back to the channel. It has been a really busy time in both the collector's world and the sports world, right? The Olympics started yesterday. I don't know about you guys, but I'm a huge fan of the Summer Olympics. I love, especially swimming. I love watching the swimming, track and field, basketball, gymnastics. It's just really cool. So the next couple of weeks should be fun for all of us that are fans of the Olympics. And then as a collectors go, the Nationals going on, and I didn't get there this year, but I am enjoying watching videos of all my friends that did get a chance to go. There's some great videos out there. People like Graig over at Midlife Cards in Orlando, ACollectorsDream have been putting some, and Sammy Thunder, don't only forget Sammy, have been putting some great video coverage of the show. Looks like there's some fantastic cards out there. And then I'm enjoying watching what people have picked up. Billy Ballgame picked up his Grail card, and I won't spoil it, but if you haven't seen that video, you need to. It's a cool card. Just saw my good friend John P. Collects recap, and he had a great show picking up some bangers himself. So I'm happy for everybody. I wish I could have been there to hang out with him, and I'm already looking forward to next year's National. It'll be back here in Chicago, and I'll definitely be able to get there. Watching these videos has kind of made me think about how I collect even a little bit more, trying to get a little more disciplined. I have a tendency to just buy a lot of cards because I love cards. I just do. I love the cards, and they mean something to me, each card I pick up. But, the more I just keep picking up smaller cards, it stops me from getting some of the bigger cards. So I'm starting to think through, do I need to back off and save to go get the cards like the Aaron rookie that I want, or the Jerry West rookie that I want, or the Sandy Koufax rookie that I want? So I'm kicking that around in my head. But I will tell you, even though I didn't go to the National, July wasn't the month I was going to start that process. I picked up a lot of cards in July, more than I thought I was. It started out really slow, but it got busy pretty quick towards the end, and I think I have some pretty nice cards to share. So let's just flip this camera and let me show you what I picked up for the month of July. Hey, before we look at the cards, I just finished shooting the video, and towards the end of the video, I told you guys I had some submissions going into PSA. I don't submit with PSA. I don't know where those letters came out in my head. It's SGC, but I don't want to reshoot the whole video because I thought it came out fairly well. So once again, the submissions I'm talking about are going to SGC. So now let's take a look at those cards. Okay, so the first card I want to share with you is the card I picked up for the last episode of Bargain Hunters with John P. Collects Cards. As you know, we each month or so, we do a chase for a different ball player. And last month, episode 4, we were chasing George Brett. And I picked up this 1978 Kellogg's George Brett in an 8. And I love this card. Look at that. Really cool card. I filmed that episode, as I've said before, off my computer, and I don't think it shows as well, so I wanted to make sure you guys got to see this card. But I was excited. John picked up some really sweet cards. And next month, we're going to go after Veda Pinson for 35. Big Veda Pinson fans, so that should be fun. Speaking of Veda Pinson, before we even spun on the wheel, I picked up this beauty off of eBay. Once again, I think Veda Pinson has Hall of Fame credentials. I probably go into a little more in depth in our next episode of Bargain Hunters, but look at the centering on this card. This is a really nice 64 Veda Pinson. Back's pretty clean, a little mess down there, but pretty clean. I was just happy to pick it. I think I got this for like $6. So, and then the other pickup, when I picked up the Veda Pinson off of eBay, I also picked up this Louis Tiant rookie card, and this one I've been looking for a while. Like Veda Pinson, I think Louis is a very underrated pitcher, and this one's a pretty clean card. Like when you look at the backs, a lot of times on these 65s they fade a bit. This is a beautiful card. So the Louis Tiant rookie card, really excited to pick that one up. This one will definitely go in to get graded eventually. You know, I have a pawn shop not too far from my house, and about once every 6 months I drop in because they do have a few baseball cards, and I picked up 2 of the same cards. So I picked up this card right here, and I already have this card graded in a 6. But, you know, the price I could get them for was really inexpensive. And, you know, and I'm starting to pick up some cards with the intent of eventually turning them or trading them. And this is a pretty nice 1971 Aaron, a little off-centering, but a pretty nice card. So I picked that up, and then I picked up another one because he had 2 of them, and that's really all he had that interests me. But this one's in really good shape. It's got a little bit of a funky cut up here. I don't know if you can see that, but really well-centered card. This one, I think if I went in for grading, that's on the back of the sleeve, not on the card. I think if this one went in for grading, we're looking in the 5 range, but I just picked them up because they were inexpensive, and I know they're popular cards, and, you know, eventually I'll either sell one or trade one. Next group of cards. So I was watching a Sammy Thunder video. Sammy's a great guy, as everybody knows. He does so much for the community. He's got a great channel. He's for collectors also. He's part of that one. And Sammy was showing some cards he was going to sell at the National to get some funds. And I saw the cards, and I reached out to Sammy, said, hey, there's 2 cards I really like. He told me what he was asking for them. We aligned on it. It was, you know, I thought it was a fair price. And, you know, even right before the National, he took the time to get these sent off to me. So let me show you what I picked up from Sammy. I picked up this beautiful 1959 Harmon Killebrew. And, you know, I had picked up this same card in Strongsville from B-Roth. And it was a nice card also. This one's better centered. The corners are a little soft, but it's better centered. So when I saw this one, I thought, you know, I'll grab that one, and then I'll just, once again, I'll either trade or sell the other Killebrew. That's kind of where my mindset is on. If I see a good card, even if I own it, I'm going to pick it up with the intent that if I think that I can utilize it to trade or I can utilize it to sell and create more capital for buying other cards. So, but this was the first card I got from Sammy, and then I saw this card. Look at this card. Look at this 64 Willie Stargell. This is just a beautiful, beautiful card. Really well centered. Pitcher's fantastic. You know, it's got a nice sharp back to it. You know, not too bad, not too faded. Once again, the 64s like the 65s. The backs can fade on these things a bit, but that was a beautiful, beautiful card. So thank you, Sammy. I appreciate you getting these to me. I know it was a busy schedule. You were heading out to the National, so I love these cards. So these 2 will definitely end up going in for grading at some point. And then, you know, it was National Weekend, and I was feeling a little sorry for myself that I didn't get to go to the National. So I went down to my local LCS, and, you know, he has got good cards. He always has good cards. He prices them. He's probably more expensive. I mean, he prices them on the high end, but then again, he's got some of the better quality I've seen in a card shop. And then every once in a while, you can find a find or two. So I went in with the intent of picking up a card or 2, but I came away with a few more. So the first card, so I actually went in just hoping for 2 cards, and these are the 2 cards I thought I was going to walk away with. So the first card I picked up is this 1960 Willie McCovey rookie card. And this one's beat up. I mean, if I bring it in close, you can see it's got crease here and another one there. And, you know, I've said this before. I'm not a big fan of the McCovey rookie card. I'm a big fan of McCovey, and I think he's got some of the best cards out there. But I'm not a huge fan of this, but the price on this thing was, I want to say it was like $25. So I wasn't going to pass on adding it to the collection. And, you know, this might do. I don't know that I'll need another one. And I'll probably, if I grade it, we're probably looking at a 1, you know, outside shot at a 2. But I did pick that card up. And then I picked up this card as one I've been looking for a while also, and it's the Jim Palmer rookie card. This one's, you know, also, this one's in better shape. It's a little off center, as you can see, left to right. You know, the back's pretty bad, badly centered. So it's not the largest or the best Palmer card, but you know, I'm a huge Jim Palmer fan. I think this guy's so underrated when you know, his name doesn't get mentioned with the greatest pitchers, and they should. He was that good. And I wanted it. You know, will I upgrade it someday? Maybe, maybe not. But this one, I was happy to pick up, and the price was really reasonable on this card. So I picked up the Palmer rookie card. And at that point, I was getting ready to leave. You know, the guy that runs the place and we talk a lot, and he's about my age, a little younger than me, but we talk a lot about cards. And he said, hey, you know, I did buy some cards. Do you like the 58 All-Stars and the 58s and 59s? And I said, yeah, of course I do. So he brought a box out, and I started looking through it. And the first card that I saw that caught my eye was this beautiful Bill Mazeroski. You know, I've got 3 or 4 Mazeroski cards that are all, I think, gradable. This is my favorite of his. I just love the color scheme on this card. And I saw that, and then I picked it up. And then, you know, he had 58 All-Stars. So some of them in really good shape. So I picked up quite a few of them. I picked up this 58 Frank Robinson. Actually, I didn't pick this up the first day. I picked up a bunch of cards, and I was tallying up how much I'd spent in my mind, and I left this one there, and he only wanted 25 bucks for this card. And you know, the centering's a little off, but the whole time I got home and I kept thinking to myself, 58 All-Star of Robinson, like, yeah, that's a second-year Robinson, and you passed on it for 25 bucks. So I went back the next day and picked it up. I actually picked up that Mazeroski the same time I picked up the Robinson. So that's the first of the 58 All-Stars that I picked up. I also picked up this beauty, this Henry Aaron 58 All-Star. You know, I'm a big Henry Aaron fan, and it's a card that I don't have of his. You know, it's not bad. The back's centering's not so great, but the front's not too bad. So picked up the Mr. Aaron All-Star card. And then I picked up Mr. Mays to go with him, you know, Willie Mays, 58. Sorry, there's a little bit of dust or something on there. 58 All-Star. Another card I've been looking for, and this one was really reasonably priced. You know, I know a lot of Mays cards have shot up here since his passing, but this one was in very reasonably priced, and I picked it up. This is much better centered than the Aaron. You know, though I'm going to send probably every one of these in to be graded. I think this one will grade better than the Aaron. And then how about this bad boy? Picked up a Teddy Ballgame, a 58 Ted Williams All-Star card. This is my second Playing Days Ted Williams card, and I love this card. I love the blue and red backgrounds of these 58 All-Star cards, and Mr. Williams is in pretty good shape also. So I was able to pick up the Ted Williams. And then the last card, he had 2 of these cards. I couldn't make up my mind which one I wanted, so I bought them both. I'm back to that theory of, you know, I'll keep one and the other one I will sell. So the first one is this beautiful Mickey Mantle All-Star. Now this one has, I'm trying to see if I can get it there at an angle. It's got a crease up here. You can see it up there, and it does go through to the back. So, you know, other than that, though, I mean, it's pretty well centered, and the coloring's pretty strong. You know, I think it will grade in the 2, maybe 3 range if you get lucky. With the crease, you're probably looking at a 2. But it's a really nice card. So I picked that one up. And then I also, he gave me a great deal on both of them. You know, we worked it through. I picked up this one. This one is in better I think it's even better coloring and it's better shape. The only thing I worry about on this one, right there, it has either a scratch. If it's a scratch, that's okay. If it's actually paper loss, that once again will hold back this card. But outside of that, I mean, I just think it presents really well. So, I picked up 2 mantles. All the mantles that I own, this is the first mantle card that I've picked up from the 50s. All my other mantle cards are 1960s. So I was excited to grab it. And I think, once again, I will grade them, and one of them I will probably use as a trade or to sell, just to start to save for some of those bigger cards I talked about earlier. But that was my month of July. It was a pretty busy month of July for me. Just as a quickie, I do have a couple orders into PSA. One of them is the one that you guys picked for me. I do expect to get those back here soon in the next couple of weeks. So we should be having a few PSA reveal videos coming up soon. So anyway, as always, thank you so much for watching. Let me know how you think I did. Appreciate everybody out there. Stay safe. Keep collecting. We'll talk again soon.